Good morning. Welcome to Creative Living Fellowship's pre-service meditation. My name is Reverend Mary Jane Hyde, and I will be guiding you through the meditation this morning. And so if we just want to go into a space that's quiet, first of all, to get comfortable in your chair, or if you're on the floor, just get comfortable. And we just want to take a moment, maybe take a couple deep breaths. As we breathe in, we just breathe in that energy, that presence that is God, that is peace and joy and harmony and love. We'll just breathe that in. And as we breathe out, we let go of anything unlike that. We let go of any thoughts that we have about today, any thoughts we have, any cares that brought us here. We just let all that go because we're going to be fully present in the moment right here. And so we take a breath and we let go. Okay, and so we just want to get centered and into the presence, knowing that the presence is well, it's the divine, it's God, it's peace, it's harmony, joy, whatever we call it, but are those attributes of the divine that we call forth here. And so I'm calling forth the attributes of love and peace, harmony, joy, infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence, health, wealth, all of that. As we just go into our time with music and with the quiet, we just relax and just be in this space. And so it is with the sound of the chime that we are brought back. We're brought back into this space, into this room, to wherever we are, into the sounds, into the energy. We are just back. We're back, and we are back, and we will. When we're ready, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back and join the room, and we'll be fully present. And then service will start in a few minutes at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining us with our meditation today, and we'll see you at 10 o'clock. Namaste.
Good morning, Creative Living Fellowship. My name is Kirsten Plambeck. Really happy to be with you guys this morning. You know I was broke down, I did hit the ground. I was crying out, couldn't make no sound. No one hears the silent tears collecting. You know I had lost hope, I was all alone. Never been so low till you came along. Teacher, I feel the dots connecting. Beat down on me, beat down like a waterfall, 'cause I can take on so much more than I had ever dreamed. Beat down on me, beat down like a waterfall, baby, I am ready to be free. Now I am invincible. No, I ain't a scared little girl no more. Yeah, I am invincible. What was I running for? I was hiding from the world. I was so afraid, I was so unsure. Now I am invincible and I'm a perfect storm. Now I am a warrior, a shooting star. You know I got this far, had a broken heart. No one hears the silent tears collecting. It's a being weak but strong, in the truth I'm found. I have courage now, but I shout it out. Teacher, I feel the dots connecting. Beat down on me, beat down like a waterfall, 'cause I can take on so much more than I had ever dreamed. Beat down on me, beat down like a waterfall, baby, I am ready to be free. Now I am invincible. No, I ain't a scared little girl no more. Yeah, I am invincible. What was I running for? I was hiding from the world. I was so afraid, I felt so unsure. Now I am invincible and I'm a perfect storm. I was running from an empty threat of emptiness. I was running from an empty threat that didn't exist. I was running from an empty threat of abandonment. I was running from an empty threat that didn't exist. Now I am invincible. No, I ain't a scared little girl no more. Yeah, I am invincible. What was I running for? I was hiding from the world. I was so afraid, I felt so unsure. Now I am invincible and I'm a perfect storm. I'm a perfect storm.
Thank you so much, Kirsten Plambeck. Good morning, and welcome to the Creative Living Fellowship online Sunday service. My name is Fran Peck, and I'm a practitioner here at CLF, and I will be serving as the Sunday service host today. Whether you are joining us on Zoom, our website, Facebook, or YouTube, it is my pleasure here to welcome you here. Please leave us a comment and let us know you're here. Creative Living Fellowship is a religious science church, and we honor all paths that lead to truth. Our deep intention here is to be a community of love, care, and connection that opens hearts, expands consciousness, and transforms lives. And we do that through the principles and practices of the science of mind and spirit. The science of mind is a new thought, ancient wisdom teaching that provides us with tools for living our best possible lives. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, said, "Prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer." Today, we welcome back Kirsten Plambeck as our musical inspiration, and it's my pleasure to have her back. Practitioner Elena Larner is holding high watch for us today. This means that she is sitting in meditation and prayerful contemplation, holding a space for the perfect unfolding of this service. Thank you, Elena. Practitioner Emeritus Reverend Mary Jane Hyde, who facilitated our pre-service meditation, is serving as Practitioner of the Day. She will be bringing us the opening prayer. We will then have the centering moment, which is a time for centering and reflection. I invite you to participate in this centering moment by turning within and sensing into the words and music, and even singing along if you wish. After the centering moment, Reverend Mary Jane will be back with the inspirational reading for today. Right now, here's Reverend Mary Jane with our opening prayer.
Morning, Creative Living Fellowship. Okay, so if we just go into a prayer place, into a prayer position, we're just going to relax and be in the space for prayer. And so it is in this place, in this energy of Creative Living Fellowship, that we just know that the divine presence is, it is love, it is peace, harmony, it is joy, it is infinite intelligence, infinite wisdom, it is infinite wealth, it is infinite flow, and it is health, pure 100% health, wholeness. That's it. Those are the qualities of the divine that are expressing right here, right now, as I declare that. I know that that presence is within me. It is expressing in, through, and as me. And that same presence is expressing in, through, and as each person here this morning, each person here to serve, each person here to receive. It is all God, and it is what is at the center of us, within us, and it is expressing through us and as us. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for what is expressed and becomes Creative Living Fellowship service for today. I'm grateful for the music, for the divine words that are expressed through Reverend Sherry as we go about this month, as we go about our service today. I'm grateful for all who are participating in making this so. And so I know that all is in divine order for our service, and so I just let it go. And as I let it go, I say, and so it is.
The world is a place of great love for all. The world is a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. The world is a place of great peace. I am a place of great love for all. I am a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, I am a place of great peace. You are a place of great love for all. You are a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, you are a place of great peace. We are a place of great love for all. We are a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, we are a place of great peace. The world is a place of great peace.
So the reading for today, Freedom or Bondage. Excerpt from the Science of Mind textbook, page 108. Freedom of will means the ability to do, say, and think as one wishes, to express life as one personally desires, to be able to merely think and dream of freedom would not be liberty. A person under a life sentence can do that. To imagine without the power of manifestation, such imagination would be to remain in a dream world, which would never come to self-realization. This is not the world in which man lives at all. For man's world is one of self-expression, even though this self-expression appears to limit him. We are an infinite mind. An infinite mind is also in us. It is by this mind that we think. This mind is eternal, therefore we are eternal. This mind is complete, therefore we are spiritually complete. We do not appear to be so. This does not alter the fact that potential man is just as perfect as is the inherent God. As Jesus said, "Fear not, little flock, it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." If it is the Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, we should learn how to receive and to use it. Namaste.
Tether your soul to me, I will never let go completely. One day your hands will be strong enough to hold me. I may not be there for all your battles, but you'll win them eventually. I pray that I'm giving you all that matters, so one day you'll say to me, I love my life, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am free, I love my life, I am wonderful, I am magical, I am me, I love my life. I am not my mistakes, and God knows I'm made of you. I started to question the angels, and the answer they gave was you. I cannot promise there won't be sadness, I wish I could take it from you, but you'll find the courage to face the madness and sing it because it's true. I love my life, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am free, I love my life, I am wonderful, I am magical, I am me, I love my life. Finding others with hearts like yours, run far, run free, I'm with you, I love my life, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am free, I love my life, I am wonderful, I am magical, I am me, I love my life, I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am free, I love my life, I am wonderful, I am magical, I am me, I love my life.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kirsten Plambeck. I love that song. I love that song. I love that song. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning. It's great to be here with all of you this morning. Let's just take a deep breath together. I love that song. I love my life. This month, we're talking about permission granted, as you know, and the things that we can grant ourselves permission to do or to be, knowing that we have the only authority in our own lives to grant ourselves permission to live our lives, to be the best that we can be, to have the best lives that we can have, because Spirit has already given all that to us. And all we need to do is open up and just allow ourselves to be in that place where we can say, I love my life. I love my life. So today we're talking about giving yourself permission to move forward, giving yourself permission to move forward, giving yourself permission to move forward. And if you're not giving yourself permission to move forward, I don't understand how you can love your life, because life is changing all the time. Things are changing all the time. So as we're looking at moving forward, just think about it as a journey that we're on, that we're about to take a trip someplace and we're getting started, we got to move forward. And just keeping in mind that the evolutionary process is always moving forward, it's always moving upward. It's never stagnant, it's never moving backward, it's always moving forward. And when we're not moving forward in our lives, when we're not allowing ourselves to move forward, then we are being stagnant or we are being stuck in the past. So I'm asking us today to really look at, honestly, are you willing to give yourself permission to move forward in your life? Are you willing to do something different? Are you willing to change? Are you ready to do something different? Are you ready to let go of those things that you are sick and tired of? Is there anything that you are sick and tired of? Are you just sick and tired of being sick and tired? If that's the case, then do something about it. Do something different. Give yourself permission to change. Give yourself permission to let go of those things that don't work. Give yourself permission to those things that would block you from moving forward. If you were taking a trip someplace and you were driving your car and the car wouldn't move forward, you'd get out and see what's happening. Is there something blocking the tires? Is something blocking the cars? Is there some obstruction someplace that's keeping from moving forward? Well, that's the same way it is with our lives. We have to decide whether or not we really want to move forward. Do we really want to let go of those things that we've been holding on to? Are we really ready to let go of those things that hold us back? Those things that no longer serve, those things that are outdated, those things that, those people, places, and things that don't serve, don't work any longer. Those things that we tolerate. How many things are we tolerating in our lives? How many things, those are called tolerations. How many tolerations do you have in your life? How many people are you tolerating? How many situations are you tolerating? It could be on a job, it could be in a relationship, it could be in a neighborhood, in a community, or whatever the case may be. But if there are things that you're tolerating, tolerations really dampen our spirit. Tolerations really help keep us from moving forward, because we become dull. We become numb to those things that we don't like, because we've been tolerating it for so long that it has become a part of our day-to-day existence. And so I'm inviting you to really look at, what does it take for you to move forward with ease and with flow? How do you move forward just being in the flow? Just being in the flow. You may not know at this point where you want to move forward to, where you want to, what that means for you. But the willingness to just be open, to be guided, to be open, to just to be directed on where you're gonna go, so to speak. Where is this trip leading? You got your seatbelts fastened, hopefully. You're in your car, you're ready to go. So where are you gonna go? If you're not willing to be going forward, then there's no way that you're gonna get there easily and effortlessly. So what I'm inviting you to do is to really take this seriously. Take this seriously and be willing to let the dead bury the dead. Let those things that no longer serve, those things that are dead, those things that are outdated, those things that don't work any longer, those things that have come to an end, those situations, those circumstances, those relationships, whatever it is that has come to an end, let it go. Let it go. Those things from the past that were negative situations that really impacted your life, those memories that you're holding on to from 20 years ago, from 10 years ago, from 20 minutes ago, that are not serving, be willing to let those go. Because those are things that keep us trying to move forward with one foot on the brake. Trying to move forward with one foot on the brake because there's something that's holding us back. And as I said, when we get to the place where we just tolerate it, we have all those tolerations in our life, all those tolerations as a part of our experience, then we really are going slowly and slowly and slowly driving with one foot on the brake as we go down the road, one foot on the brake as we go down the road. So what I'm inviting you to do right this minute is take a breath, because I need to take a breath. Let's just take a breath for a minute. And just keep in mind that the first thing we want to do is to really go with the flow. Decide that we're going to go with the flow. We're not going to go against the flow. We're going to go with the flow. And the flow is always downhill. The flow is always downstream. The flow is always downstream. So if you find yourself struggling, if you find yourself really efforting, then that means you're trying to swim upstream. You're trying to swim upstream. You're trying to act like a salmon, and salmon swim upstream. We don't have to swim upstream. Downstream is the way we want to go. We want to go with the flow downstream. So if you're efforting, if you're struggling, if you're trying too hard, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just let it all go. Take a deep breath. Howard Thurman says it's so important for us to discover the healing power of the silence. The healing power of the silence. Be willing to let it all go, take a deep breath, and then just move into the silence. And what he says that we should find a place where we are willing to do absolutely nothing. Find a comfortable chair, or a place that is really comfortable and serene and quiet, and then do nothing. Don't meditate, don't think, don't journal, don't read. Just give yourself permission to do absolutely nothing. How many of you can do that? How many of us can really give ourselves permission to just do nothing? Because when we're doing nothing, then we are creating a space for spirit to reveal itself. We're creating a space for spirit to guide us. We're creating a space so that we can be open to hear that guidance as to how we move forward, as to where we're going, as to the way to get there, and all those things. But we can't do it when there's so much going on in our minds. Howard Thurman also says that how good it is to center down, to sit quietly and watch oneself pass by, that our minds seethe, the streets of our minds seethe with endless traffic. The streets of our minds seethe with endless traffic. With endless traffic, our spirits resound with clashings, with noisy silences. This is the way that our days can go, with the noisy silences. So we need to learn how to pull off to the side of the road and center down. Pull off to the side of the road and do nothing, but take a breath, and then take another breath, and then take another breath. And this is what allowing looks like. We are allowing ourselves to move into the flow. We are allowing ourselves to be filled with the power and the presence that already is, but we are becoming consciously connected to it, consciously aware of it, and allowing it to move us in the direction that we are to go as we move forward. We don't have to resist. We don't have to fight. We don't have to effort. We don't have to do anything but just be, so that we can continue to move forward, recognizing that we're on a journey. Recognizing that this is what life is all about. It's a journey, and being willing to go forward in this journey, on this journey that we're on, allowing God to be our GPS system. Because when we are in that place of allowing, when we're in that place of connection, then every step of the way we are directed. Every step of the way we are guided. When we make a wrong turn, it's just like Siri, they'll let you know. Spirit will let you know. You made a wrong turn, at the next light, turn right. Or if you're going the wrong way, make a U-turn at the next left, whatever the case may be. But we're being told every step of the way what we need to do, how we need to get on track so that we can continue to move forward. And we can only do that when we are willing to give ourselves permission to move forward, when we are willing to give ourselves permission to do something different, to live a different life, to move out of this place where we are. I talked last week about a rut, but if a rut is what you find yourself in, being willing to get out of it, and being willing to move forward, and being willing to be open to the unexpected, being willing to be open to the unexpected, and expecting the best. Expecting the best, knowing that as we move forward, as we go through this time, as we go through this process, the best is yet to come. As we let go of the things that we're holding on to, as we let go of what we think is really great now, as we let go of what is outdated now, as we let go of all those things that we hold on to, the best is yet to come, because we can move forward with expectancy. We can expect the best. This is what Ernest Holmes says. He says, expect the best, and then live so that the best becomes your experience. Expect the best and then live so that the best becomes your experience. But when we are not willing to move forward, we are not expecting the best, because we're afraid to leave what we got. We're afraid to do something different. We're afraid that we may not know what to do when we get there as we go along the way. That's not expecting the best. That's not expecting the best. That's what we have to do. We have to just take our hands off, go with the flow, allow Spirit to guide us and direct us every step of the way. Be willing to change, be willing to release, be willing to let go, and keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. If you feel like that's going to make you have a breakdown, you may have to have a breakdown so that you can have a breakthrough. You may have to have a breakdown so that you can have a breakthrough. When things break down, then there's a breakthrough, and then Spirit still has an opportunity, a greater opportunity to express. And that's what it's all about, being those places and spaces through which God can express fully as you, as me. This is what life is all about. Being those places and spaces through which God can express fully and completely as each one of us individually. As each one of us individually. That's why we do visioning for our lives, our individual lives, our personal lives, because God has a vision of itself as me, has a vision of itself as you. Give yourself permission to discover, to catch what that vision is, and then to be willing to live that vision, or to allow God to live his vision in and through and as you. This is what is necessary for us to do as we move forward. As we move forward. And you know, one of the things we have to have in moving forward is patience. We have to have patience, because things don't always happen as quickly as we want. They don't always happen at the time we think that they should happen. They don't always happen in the way that we want them to happen, or the way we think they should happen, or whatever. But if we can just be patient and trust God, trust that power, trust that presence, trust that knower of all. Trust that knower of all. When we can do that, then everything works together for good. Everything works like clockwork. Everything works like clockwork, but we can't always see it until we're looking back. When we look back at it, say, oh yeah, that happened in the perfect time. Whatever the case may be, it happened in the perfect time. If it had happened sooner, I would not have been ready. If it had happened later, I would not have been there. So, you know, it's happening at the perfect time. It's happening whatever it is we're doing. And so I'm inviting you on this journey that we're on, that we're all on. Holmes says to make the decision to make sure that you are a little bit further along today than you were yesterday. Make sure that you are whatever it is in your life, are you further along today than you were yesterday? If you're going on a journey, if you're going on a road trip, you expect to be further along one day than you were the day before, even if it's just a mile or two, depending on how you're traveling and how fast you're driving. But it depends. You know, what you expect is to be further along each day than you were the day before. Recognizing sometimes that we are so afraid of moving forward because we don't know what's there. looking forward to the new, there's fear because it's fear of the unknown. But do you know that new is always happening, and then the new happens, and something new happens, or we engage in something new today, and then it gets old because once we get used to it, once we see it, once it appears, it becomes the old. And then the new happens again. And then that becomes the old. And then we have a new experience. And then that becomes the old. And then we have another new experience. But if we aren't willing to move forward, we don't get a chance to have these new experiences. We just get a chance to be stuck in the same experiences happening over and over and over again. Spending our time with the same old people, spending our time with having the same old conversations, spending our time doing the same old work, spending our time going to the same old places, spending our time having the same old complaints, spending our time eating the same meals, spending our time doing the same thing and the same thing and the same thing and the same thing over and over again. That's not moving forward. I'm inviting you, I'm encouraging you, I'm daring you to be willing to move forward. Be willing to move forward. Be willing to be all you were created to be. Be willing to be all that you were created to be. And yes, there will be setbacks. And yes, there will be things that come along that we don't particularly like. And yes, there will be challenges in our lives and experiences. But you know what? In the midst of all of that, God is. In the midst of all of that, God is. In the midst of all of that, God is. How comforting is that? How comforting is that? Because we are never alone. We're always guided. We're always directed. We're always shown the way. And so when we decide, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Make that decision in your life. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for this thing called my life and live the very best life I can. Whether or not you've ever done it before, whether you've been holding back before, doesn't matter. Starting right here, right now. What can you do right here, right now to live your best life, to start to live your best life? Let this be the first day of the rest of your life, knowing that it is the first day of the rest of your life, it's the first moment of the rest of your life. What can you do right now? What can you change right now? How can you change your thinking right now? How can you change your outlook right now? How can you change the way that you interact right now? How can you change your willingness to move forward without looking back? How can you do things differently? Are you willing to do things differently? Are you content with just going along tolerating stuff and complaining about it and tolerating stuff and complaining about it? And you know what? That's the choice is yours. The choice is yours. That's what the beauty of permission is. You can give yourself permission to make a different choice. You can give yourself permission to do something different. You can give yourself permission to do something different, to do it a different way. And so that's what I'm inviting you to do. That's what I'm inviting you to do. Be willing to forgive. Be willing to forgive, to let go of those hurts, to let go of those resentments, to let go of those regrets, to let go of that guilt, to let go of that shame, to let all that stuff go, because all that does is holds us back. But be willing to do something different. Be willing to make new friends. Be willing to explore new avenues. Be willing to go new places, to go a different route. Don't do like I did in Phoenix. I drove up and down Tatum for a long, long time. From the airport to Desert Ridge, and then from Desert Ridge back up to the airport. If I wanted to just go, if my daughter and I wanted to go for a drive, that was where we knew we weren't going to get lost. But at least we were moving forward. We were going up and down Tatum to see different things and spend time together. But I'm saying, be willing to get off the beaten path. Be willing to get off the beaten path and do something different. Reach out and explore even more and more and more and more, and have a greater life. Be willing to set boundaries for yourself, because that's necessary also as you move forward. Be willing to set boundaries, because there will be people who will want to make demands, or who are making demands on you. There will be situations that will challenge you. There will be situations that you decide that it's more than you want to do, more than you can do, more than you are willing to do, set that boundary. Set boundaries with people. Don't do things that just to be a people pleaser. That's not a way of moving forward. That's a way of just being stuck, just doing the same thing that somebody else wants you to do. So be willing to set boundaries. Be willing to really teach people how you want to be treated, because we are always teaching people how to treat us. But what we need to do is to teach people how we want to be treated. Show them how we want to be treated. That's by setting the boundaries. You don't have to be aggressive at it. We don't have to be aggressive. We don't have to be passive aggressive. We can be free to be who we are, to stand in our own power. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do as you move forward in your life. I love my life. I am powerful. I love my life. I am beautiful. I love my life. I am me. Isn't that a wonderful thing to be able to say? How powerful can you be if you are being passive aggressive? How powerful can you be if you're being aggressive? Because there's no need to be aggressive, because spirit is always in the midst of everything we're doing. We don't have to be aggressive. We can just be who we are. We don't have to be underhandedly doing things or underhandedly saying things. That's not necessary to live that way. We can live full out and be who we are. As I said, setting boundaries for ourselves and being willing to be all that we were created to be. This is how we move forward. This is how we move forward. Recognizing that power and that presence everywhere we go, with everyone we see. Recognizing that the power and the presence of God is everywhere present, in the midst of every situation, in the midst of every circumstance. And as we move forward, boy, we can do that with ease and with grace and with flow and with love and with peace and with harmony and with balance and with joy, the joy of being alive. And we can honestly say, I love my life. I love my life. I love my life because I dare to live my life. I love my life because I dare to do the things I enjoy. Howard Thurman said, discover what it is that makes you come alive. Don't ask what the world needs. He said, what the world needs is people who have come alive. So what is it that makes you come alive? And whatever it is that makes you come alive is that which will move you forward. That which will move you forward. What makes you come alive? Really think about that. Really meditate on that. Really contemplate that. Really be in that place of doing nothing. And it just, creates a space so that it just may pop up like doing nothing. Doing nothing. Doing nothing. And all of a sudden you start to know. All of a sudden you start to know what it is that makes you come alive. All of a sudden you start to know what speaks to your spirit. All of a sudden you start to know what's really, really yours to do. What's yours to do so that you can be all that you were created to be, so the spirit can be all that it wants to be in and through and as you, in and through and as me, in and through and as each one of us. And so I'm inviting you, I'm encouraging you, I'm daring you to give yourself permission to move forward, to not be stuck in the past, to not be stuck in the now, to always be willing to go a step further, to go a step further, to go a step further, to go a step higher. Be willing to go a step higher each and every moment of each and every day. Look forward to the very best. And then live so that the very best can be a part of your experience. Imagine what that's like. Having the very best be a part of our experience, the very best health, the very best relationships, the very best resources, the very best peace of mind. How about that? Peace of mind. The best friends, the best community, whatever it is. The best is ours, and it's yet to come. More and more is yet to come. And so we have to be open and we have to be willing to receive it. We have to be willing to receive it, as I said, recognizing that other things come along also. But God is in the midst of all of it. God is in the midst of all of it. And all we need to do is trust and say yes. Trust and say yes. Give yourself permission this day to move forward. Give yourself permission this day to do something different. Give yourself permission this day to experience the best life that is your life. Give yourself permission this day to be all that you were created to be. That's what I encourage you to do. Give yourself permission to walk through the house singing, I love my life. To drive your car singing, I love my life, or saying, I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am me. I love my life. I love my life. Because every time you say that, something opens up within you and you can move. You can move forward. I love my life. I love my life. And if anything that is unlike that love of life within you, it'll pop up for you to release it. It'll pop up to be dissolved. So I love my life. Let that be your mantra. I love my life. I love my life. I'm so glad Kirsten sang that song for us today. I love my life. Yes, I love my life. And I'm ready to move forward in it. Let's take a breath and just turn within in this moment. Just turn it within to that power and that presence and that mind and that life and that breath and that activity. That is the only one. That is the only one. That only one I choose to call God. That only one is my life. That only one is the life of each one of us. That only one is the source of our being. And so as we turn within to this only one, I speak my word for each of us this day, for all of us this day. Speaking a word of the very best, for the very best life. Speaking a word of moving forward, speaking a word of courage, speaking a word of peace and peace of mind. Speaking a word of joy, a word of love, a word of forgiveness and compassion. Speaking the word of healing in any areas of our lives, our beings that need to be healed. For that healing presence is always within us. That healing presence is always guiding. That healing presence is always operating in and through us, dissolving anything unlike itself. And so I'm knowing that for each of us this day, we get to experience all the gifts of the Spirit. All needs are met. No matter what we call them, they're all met. For God is always showing up as whatever it is we may need at any given moment, on any given day, at any given time. God shows up as the thing itself. And we just open up to receive, letting go of those things that would block, letting go of fear, letting go of doubt, letting go of shame, letting go of guilt, letting go of all that stuff that we hold on to, letting go of everything that would block us from moving forward. But we move forward in spirit, as spirit moves forward in us and each one of us. There's no separation, can be no separation. And so I know that healing is happening for each one of us this day. Restoration is happening where it appears that anything has been lost. Restoration is happening. The Spirit is in the midst of it all, in the midst of it all. And so I know indeed that all is well for each one of us. All is well, for all is God. And God is always right where we are, guiding and directing, lifting up, protecting each of us in each and every moment of each and every day. This is the word that I know. This is the truth that I know for each one of us, the word that I speak for each one of us and for all of us this day. And so I pause momentarily so that you may speak the names of anyone you'd like held in prayer. You may speak their names silently or loud, but you may speak their names now. And so for all those whose names were spoken here this day, I know that God is right where each one is, in the midst of everything, in the midst of every event, in the midst of every circumstance, in the midst of every situation. God is. That's all we ever need to know, is that God is, that God is. This prayer goes out to anyone on this planet needing a prayer this day, knowing that right in the midst, God is everywhere, in war-torn areas, in places of strife, in places of hunger, in places of famine, in places of every place, God is. This word goes out to our government officials as we approach this election season, just knowing that peace of mind is, harmony is, God is, God is, God is, unity is, harmony is, God is. And so I simply say, thank you, Father, Mother God. Thank you, Father, Mother God. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for the blessings of our lives. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for the opportunity to stand in the truth that I know that all indeed is well, for I know that all is God. And I simply allow it to be now. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. This is our conscious giving time, the time that we participate in the divine law of giving and receiving by giving of our tithes and offerings. We invite you to join in this sacred practice by tithing here at CLF. CLF is a tithing church, so as you give to CLF, we tithe 10% of our income to local nonprofit organizations that are serving our communities and making a real difference in the lives of real people and animals. Our 2024 third quarter tithe recipient is Paw Placement Animal Rescue, whose tagline is a helping hand for pets. Their mission is to reduce the euthanasia of dogs and cats through rescue, adoption, and education about responsible pet ownership. We are pleased to support Paw Placement in its mission. For online giving, please click the donate link on our website or in the comments on our Facebook page. Or you may use your cell phone to text to give. The text to give phone number is on the screen, and that number is 844-941-4360. Again, that number is 844-941-4360. Let us now repeat our offering blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God. And so it is. Here again is Kirsten Plambeck with our offering music.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what your future holds, try to keep your head up in the sky. Brothers, they may cause you tears, go ahead, release your fears, stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser, you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger, you gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Hear what your mother said, read the books your father read, try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more passion than you, others take a different view. I said, if you try to, this time times what your future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers ain't may cause you fears. Go ahead, release your fears. I said, my, oh my, yeah, yeah. You gotta be big, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day, yeah. All I know, love will save the day.
Oh, Kirsten, you are a rock star. That was so awesome. Every single song, spectacular. What a gift you've been this Sunday for us. Those were all so great. It's made my day. Anyways, I'm Nicole, and it is time for announcements. A reminder that we offer midday meditations Monday through Friday at noon on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. We also hold a 20-minute pre-service meditation on Sundays at 9:35 a.m. in Zoom and on our live streams. Active members. There is a special Zoom membership meeting on Sunday, August 11th after Sunday service. At this meeting, the board will present for your review and consideration a proposal regarding the future of Creative Living Fellowship. It is extremely important for all active members to be present for this voting that must take place. Our Sunday prayer room is available to you after service today. Our practitioners are available for one-on-one prayer in Zoom. Or you can send a written prayer request to our email prayer@creativelivingfellowship.com. Make sure you put prayer request in the subject line. Upon receipt, our practitioners will pray over your request for 30 days. Remember, you don't need to walk around with a heavy heart. You can join us in Zoom on Sundays. Just be sure to identify yourself with your first and last name. Also, we lock the Zoom room at 10:10 a.m., so be on time. You can find the information for all of our events and online on our website or in your weekly newsletter. I don't know why, but my brain disconnected from my mouth there. Anyways, that's it for my announcements, and it is now back to you, Reverend Sherry.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And again, thanks to Kirsten Plambeck for her beautiful music today. It was just wonderful. And thanks for all of you for being here with us today. I just have the usual reminders to use the treatment for supply. It works and it keeps on working if you work it. And also to use the prayer for our country and use your own prayers for our country. There are so many things that are happening in different communities for unity, prayers for unity, prayers for peace, prayers for reconciliation and all that. And just for us having our own prayers, we have our own times that we come together to pray about our country. So I'm trusting that you will be doing that also. And continuing to connect with each other, phones, messaging, getting together, however it is you connect, continue to connect with each other is so important that we stay connected. I think that's all I have. We will now have our closing song, I Release and Let Go.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my